To each their own, right? Welcome to my channel, Bianca Skogan Beauty. Today's video is going to be everything that I bought in 2021 favorites. It may be things that actually came out in 2021. It may be things that came out in other years. And I think that is definitely the case looking down here. But they're things that I bought and what I liked. This is my first year on this platform, and so I've never done a video of a roundup of an entire year, but I think it's really fun because I get to show you the best of the best, in my opinion. Obviously, you have a different face than me, you have different skin than me, and so makeup will wear different for you. I just want to share with you what makeup worked best for me, and hopefully that you'll be able to get some recommendations from that. I always like to get recommendations from other content creators, and hopefully, you know, I have some in different price ranges, some high end, some mid end, some drugstore end, so that you can maybe get, if you like one from a lower end, you have an option from a drugstore end. I don't usually use a lot of drugstore products, so that means if I do have a drugstore product in here, it's really good. There are a couple of products that have multiples in each category. I'm only gonna put one on my face, but they're just like, I wanted to mention a couple because I couldn't choose. For my primer, we're gonna go with this Tatcha. See, this is high end. I started it off really expensive. The silk canvas, but I ended up getting this in an Ipsy X Halsey bag, and so I was able to get this for like $18, where it is much more expensive than that. And it comes with this little discus, and you just put them on. Anyways, I really like that primer because I feel like it's a really good base. It makes my makeup stay really well, and it also makes my face feel softer after I take it off. My face always feels softer, so I really like that one. Okay, so for foundation, I have from Urban Decay. I tried very many foundations this year, and I would have to say I rotated between two foundations the most. I rotated between my MAC Fix Plus and my Urban Decay Hydromaniac. And I didn't buy this MAC Fix Plus in 2021. I bought this earlier than that. So it is not the one I'm going to wear today, but it's funny because this one was my makeup choice for my all-time favorites in my very first YouTube video. And it is still, like, I've tried lots more foundations over this year, and it is still a winner. I still really like it. So I feel like that says something about this foundation. But I really like this one, and this, out of the ones that I bought this year, this would be the winner. This year, my skin has been through a journey. I went on Accutane, and then I went, you know, I got off Accutane, and so my skin went from being really oily to, you know, before Accutane and very acne prone, then on Accutane, extremely dry, like a desert, and then now it's kind of like just normal. It's a little bit dry, but it's not extremely either way, which is odd for me because I've always had oily skin. So this being a Hydromaniac, it's able to, I feel like, hydrate my skin and make it just feel really nice. And it's in the shade 30 Light. I really like it. I feel like it has a medium coverage, which I feel like is a really good coverage for me. And I always use, when I'm putting on foundation, I always use a beauty blender. This is actually a Huda beauty blender. I personally I actually should have that one in this video, but my favorite blender is the actual beauty blender. But I threw that one away, and I have another one in the backups, but I want to finish using this one before I pull out another one. So just know that the Beauty Blender one is actually my favorite. And really it's because of the shape. I don't like this end that is like the baking end. I just like it to be all around like conical, I guess. And the softness. So this one is really soft. I feel like the softness is just like the Beauty Blender. I just don't like the shape as much as I like the shape of the Beauty Blender. So there you go. Okay, I feel like it gave me a nice medium coverage. I can still see like my freckles, but I had like a coverage where it covered up my redness, and then it still has like a little bit of a glow to it. So it's that hydrating. Next in my beauty routine, I have to decide if I'm going to do concealer next or eyeshadow next. And it depends on if my eyeshadow is really powdery. If my eyeshadow is really powdery, I do my eyeshadow next. And right now, I already know what I have picked for my eyeshadow, and it's creamy. So we're going to go with concealer. And the concealer I chose is from e.l.f. It is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Satin finish, and it's in the shade Light Peach. And this is really funny because I actually originally tried both the original Camo Concealer and the Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I liked the non-hydrating one better, and I didn't actually like this one very much. So I was like, okay, let's use it, let's see if I like it, and now I love it. It's really funny how that is. The doe foot is ginormous, so I feel like I don't have to like keep like, I don't know, it saves time, I feel like, because maybe only a little bit of time, but the little bit of time is a little bit of time. So I just kind of go like this. And I feel like it's hydrating for my dry under eyes, and it's able to just get in there and add some coverage. And this is $6. $6 for this really, really, really nice concealer. I was actually choosing between this and the Kosas concealer, and I love the Kosas concealer, but it's $28, and I'm having a hard time finding a shade match. I just bought 2 more shades to be able to try to find a shade match, and I'm not still 100% sure I'm on the right shade match. So in lieu of that, I choose the $6 one instead. Also, I have a brush that I love. This is from Rare Beauty. It is the concealer brush, and I like to use this to get it. It's shaped like a finger, kind of, so that you can really get in there and get under and just be really light. Tap, 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 tap. Lightly tap out your concealer. And then it also sometimes, like, I feel like it has extra product on there. So like if I need to fix a mistake later on, I have extra product in it to fix a mistake. Which, you know, you might not need, but I sometimes need. All right, I think that looks good. Covered up those bags that I have. Okay, now I have 2. See, this is one of those areas where I have 2. I guess I talked about 2 concealers and 2 foundations, so I have 2 of a lot. But I'm going to show you 2 right away. The Roen Quad, this is the 1111 Roen Quad, and the Danessa Myricks Beauty. This is the Lightwork Volume 3. So I bought this 1111 Quad at the beginning of this year, and I have just been absolutely in love with it. It is stunning. It's dirty because I use it with my fingers, and I have just really been enjoying it. I guess this shade right here has not got as much love. I'm not as much of a cool tone lover as I thought I might be. And then I got this Danessa Myricks Lightwork, and I feel like I am the luckiest girl at the ball for getting this one, because I heard that it sold out from Danessa Myricks website like that, and then it went onto Sephora's website and sold out super quickly. And the only reason that I got it was I had a $100 gift card from Sephora for like redeeming 2,500 points. And so I had that gift card. So it made this was a $125 palette. It made this $25 for me. And I was like, I was intrigued by it. And I was able to, like, I don't have $125 just laying around. $25, that's in my budget. And so I was able to pick this up, and I feel like, I don't think it's even restocked. And it is just absolutely stunning. When I made the video for this, you guys saw my first impression. I was in love with this palette. It was just like absolutely in awe. And it has not disappointed. I haven't used the highlighters as much because I usually go into this palette for the eyeshadows, but every time I just love the looks that I come up with, and I feel like a goddess every time I wear this, and so it's so much fun. But I'm not going to do that one this time because I feel like I haven't worn this one in a video. recently. So we're gonna do this guy. And I just use my fingers. Okay, I'm gonna take this shade right here and just kind of, I rub my finger into it and I just put it on my eye. And these colors will crease. It just happens. I know, I forgot something. I knew I would forget this. My Sephora tape. This has been so amazing. I have really loved this tape. It's just, it makes my eyeshadow looks, it takes them to the next level. Anyways, so you have to have scissors around because it doesn't come pre-cut. But I do really, really, really enjoy this tape because I can make a very seamless wing. Un momento. Okay, so there is a little trick to it. You have to make sure that you get it underneath your eyelashes, your bottom eyelashes. And you want to make sure you try to get them at the same angle. I mean, as best you can. I don't think I ever get them at the exact same angle, but they're supposed to be sisters, not twins, right? I guess. But I feel like it allows me to just kind of go crazy with my eyeshadow. Okay, then I'm going to take this a little bit deeper shade. Is it deeper? I don't know. It's a different shade, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner. Then I'm going to take the last shade here, or not, it's the flaky shade. It's so flaky. And that is what I love about it. I love how flaky that is. Every time I wear this, I just feel beautiful. So now both are on. We're gonna take this off and this off. And then we'll blend a little bit with the brush because my fingers are not perfect. Obviously. I guess I probably could have blended with the tape on. I just have this thing. As much as I love the tape, I actually kind of hate tape. Like the stickiness of it, especially on my face. Ugh. I'm just gonna take that shiny shade and just bring it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, then I am going to take another eyeliner brush and put it in that reddish shade. I got the brush wet to try to help. I've never actually gotten the shadows wet before, and I think I just figured out that that is amazing. Oh, Bianca. It didn't really work with the flaky one, but it is working with this one really well. So there's my eyeshadow. It looks really fun from up close because it's like super shiny, but it looks fun from far away because it's shiny. It's a fun eyeshadow look. Yes, it creases, but to me, that's worth it. Blush, I have two blushes, kind of three, now two. Okay, so I have this Danessa Myricks. This is the Luxe Cream palette, and I got this from Beautylish, and it is just a whole bunch, like these pans are actually pretty deep, and she has two colorways in this. This is the Nudist, and there was another one that is more like hot pink, and I just usually take the bottom of my beauty blender and just kind of go and pick some colors, and then it comes up with a nice color. And this, what I love about this blush, because you can use this as a lipstick as well, is that this is not waterproof, but it stays. I actually found this out because I was doing test swatches of this for my cream blush video, and these blushes were, this formula was so hard to get off my hand. I had to really scrub it off with soap, and I was like, oh my gosh. And personally, I like a blush to last for a long time. I like to put it on, and then I work for 8 hours, and then I also drive into work, and it takes me an hour to get to work, an hour to get back. So I'm out for 10 hours. So I don't like to touch up my makeup. I don't have time for that. I'm working. And so I like it to last. all day. So that is what this does. And so you'll notice that my 2 blush picks do that. My 2 blush picks are pretty pigmented. And my other blush pick is from Rare Beauty. These are the Soft Pinch blushes, and these are just my 2 favorite shades. Actually, this is my favorite shade. This is the shade Grace. This is Faith. This is a good, a nice shade, but not my favorite. This one is my favorite because it's kind of a mauve-y, purpley, not as purple as that one. And I love this one because it is so pigmented. It goes on, and then all of a sudden, you have to blend it out really quickly. You know what? I'm gonna wipe it off. So when it comes out, it has this little doe foot. Wipe it off because it's gonna come out with a lot, and just do a dot, and then blend it out. See how much color came from that little dot? Wow, I'm gonna have a lot of blush on today. And you know, that's okay. Guess who's not going anywhere? Me. And I'm doing the same dot. There's actually a snowstorm outside, so I'm not going anywhere. Just get that blush on there. So those are my 2 favorite blushes because of the pigment. It just applies pigment really quickly, which is kind of a learning curve. You have to figure that out really quickly, but it lasts all day. I come home and I still have blush on, and I'm like, oh, hey, hi, cheery little blush face. Hello, I like that. For me, my favorite bronzer is the Tower 28 bronzer. I bought this also in the beginning of 2021, and I loved it. I think it was in my spring favorites video, and I have still been just loving this bronzer. Every time I put it on, I feel like it is probably more of a summer bronzer for me than a winter bronzer because of the glow. Look at that glow. So I like it in the summertime because it adds glow, but why not have a little glow in the wintertime? It's a snowstorm outside. I think actually they said it was a blizzard conditions. So let's be glowing like in a blizzard. Okay, so I really like it because it adds warmth, but glow. It makes me feel pretty every time I put it on. And isn't that what we want for makeup? To feel pretty? I do, personally. And sometimes I put my bronzer on first, and sometimes I put my blush on first. Do you guys have an order? How you guys do your bronzer and then your blush? I actually had planned on doing my bronzer first, and then I just put my blush on first because I got excited about my blush, but I don't know. It depends on the day. It depends on my mood. It's probably going to be hard to tell because I had so much blush on. But there's the bronzer, and you can see, look at that. I don't even need a highlighter because it's so glowy. But am I going to do a highlighter? Yeah, probably. So, anywho, if you think at this point you have too much blush and bronzer on, because honestly, after I get done shooting these videos, there's a lot of light in my face. And in the camera, everything looks good. Then after I'm done, I go into the mirror and I go, oh, hey, Bianca, you put on a lot of makeup. It's actually really funny. So there's, I don't know why I'm doing teaching during my during my 2021 favorites, but I like to. So you can take your beauty blender where you had your foundation and you can kind of just absorb some of that extra if you want to. Or you can take a powder, and my favorite powder is from Kosas. It is the Cloud Set powder, and mine is in the shade Comfy. It's a little bit of a dark shade for me because I got it during the spring VIB sale, and it was the only one that was left. But it still works for my base. And you could take that, and you could just kind of tone down the look a little bit with some powder. I guess it depends on the powder, but this one I feel like does a really good job of toning down and making it so now you can see, oh, I'm still really glowy. It toned down the glow just a little bit if you don't want to be so glowy. I'm putting things on in a weird order, I've noticed, but that's okay. I'm just naturally doing this. Should I put on some highlighter? Yeah, I should. Ofra. Honestly, at this point, I could have picked any one of my Ofra highlighters. Ofra has my favorite highlighter. So I just picked one for my highlighter drawer and was like, let's see which one I get. And it happens to be Cloud 9, which this one is one of my favorites. It kind of has a pinky pearl Ooh, you can't really see. Anyways, actually, I discovered that putting things on right here shows it really well. So it has like a pinky pearl, and I like that. I like it. All right, so I'm just gonna take a highlighter brush and just kind of, and this you can build up to be extremely bright and very fun and very pinky pearl, or you can just put it on lightly. I've also recently been putting a little bit on the dot, like the tip of my nose, just for fun. And then I always put a little bit on my brow bone. So we just have that glow back. The glow that I kind of got rid of with the powder, I put back on with more powder. Eyebrows. Okay, so I think I put this in my last favorites video that I was doing the Thrive and the Kosas, but it's still my favorite. This Thrive pencil, I feel like it is the exact perfect shade for my eyebrows. And you know, sometimes shades are a little too warm, sometimes shades are a little too like gray and taupey, and this one is like brown. It's called Audrey, and they only had 3 shades, and just recently they came out with 2 more, like a red one and another one, whatever, because I didn't really care because they had this one. This one is absolutely perfect for me, and I haven't found a shade that is just this perfect that matches my eyebrow color, and for everyone that's different. When you find your eyebrow color shade, keep getting that one, right? And I think it's actually kind of pricey. All Thrive is kind of pricey, Thrive Causemetics, but it matches my eyebrows perfectly. I mean, do you guys see that? Perfect. So now I just fill them in, and then I usually, after I fill in my brows, I take a brow gel. And right now it is the Kosas brow gel, and this is in the shade Soft Brown. And it adds a tiny bit of color, but has these little tiny bristles. And I have to be pretty careful because if I don't want to go outside of the brows I just drew, but it's just to help make them a little fluffier. Because along with my baby lips, I also have baby brows. For mascara, my favorite mascaras of all time are the Thrive Causemetics mascara and the Bad Girl Bang Blue mascara. But I bought these not in 2021. This one I bought last Christmas. This one, this is a new one since that. And this is a new one since the first one I bought. But I discovered these not in 2021. So I wanted to show you guys one that I discovered in 2021 that I love. And it would be the Essence, The Last Princess. And this one is $5, $4.99 plus tax, which is an amazing price. And it is an amazing mascara. It's just great. I really love, personally, I know everybody has different likes for their mascara. Some people like lengthening, some people like curling. I like volumizing. I like when it gives me volume. And so that is what I feel like this one does. It gives me volume. And the green one specifically. They have like a pink one and a purple one and a blue one. And I did have the blue one, and I just gave it away in a giveaway because the blue one was waterproof. And I am not a fan of waterproof because, oh, it's just too hard to take off. To each their own, right? It is hard to do this and talk. But it just builds volume right away. Also, I got some right there, and I will clean that up in a minute. I gotta wait for it to dry. So if you don't like volume, you might not like this one. I've heard people either love or hate this one. I've heard that there are some people like Samantha March. I watch her channel. I love her channel. And she hates this one. She's like, I know you guys all love it, and so I tried to love it, and I just hate it. So we all are different. We all don't love the same things, and that's just fine because that's how, you know, we're all different. I'm a geneticist. We all have different mutations. We all have different things about us that make us special and make our skin different. Sometimes that hurts a little bit. That's a sensitive area. Okay, look how much volume there is. Lashes! Yay! Okay, for lips, I have been going on this journey of lip gloss. Right now, lip glosses are kind of in. And I mentioned this in a favorites, but I didn't have it at the time. So I have it now because I bought a refill because I bought a new one because I lost the other one. This is the Roen Liquid Lip Balm in the shade Charlie. And I love this. Because it is a balm. It's a liquid lip and a balm. It's a hybrid. So I love it so much because it added just a tiny bit of color, but it's minty. So, but it's not minty in the way that it's like plumping, because I was afraid of that because I really actually don't like plumping lip glosses because they hurt. But it's minty in the fact that it's just kind of like, it smells nice. But it also makes my lips like it's a balm. It actually conditions my lips. And so I feel like I get a hybrid here. I get lip balm with a lip gloss. This is perfect and I love it. And I got it on sale. I bought this one from Roen, but I actually got some on sale from BoxyCharm. And so I have backups. I don't have backups up of a lot of things because I have a mixture of makeup. But this, I have a backups of this actual Charlie lip balm. And you can see, I've actually used a lot of it. I'm getting, I don't think you would call that pan, but I'm going through it. Okay, last but not least, Tower 28. This Tower 28 SOS Save Our Skin Spray. I mentioned this in my last video actually, and I love this stuff because it is so multifunctional. I use it before I put on primer. I use it to wet my brushes. I use it to wake myself up in the morning, and I use it as a setting spray. And it's amazing. It's also supposed to help your skin. It's healthy for your skin, and it's supposed to actually make your skin better over time. And I love that. I love it when makeup has skincare ingredients. So there we go. That is, I pulled out a fan, and I now have a fan. It's a beautiful Japanese fan. Okay, so, because I lived in Japan for like 6 years when I was young. Anyway, pulled this out. I was cleaning today, found it. Anyways, that is my beauty look for my makeup favorites of 2021. And it's not actually like a get in your face makeup, which sometimes I do. In my last video, my makeup was really like, bam! And this one is just really like, I feel like it's more subtle. It's just more of a, I wouldn't say no makeup, but it's more of just a glam makeup. And I really like that. I like to have multiple makeup looks, and this one I would say is probably my favorite. I like to look at, when I look at myself in the mirror, and just be like, oh wow, you look pretty, Bianca. And this is that look, and these are those products. I love all of these products. All of these products that I bought in 2021, these are the favorites. Yay. And I have been on kind of a binge purchasing this 2021 because I started this makeup channel. So I've never bought this much makeup in a year in my life. It's been an experiment. It's been really interesting. So if you guys want to join me for 2022, I would love that. So subscribe to my channel if you want to join me for 2022 of Bianca Skogan Beauty makeup adventures. All right. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to be reminded of my videos, make sure to click the bell. Most importantly, remember to be nice to yourself because you're amazing. All right, have a great day. Bye.